What is going on, y'all? It has been a minute. I just got back from 3 weeks in Croatia. Got to see the family, got to hit the Dalmatian coast. I was living the life. Sadly, the games were at like 2, 3 in the morning over in Croatia as far as San Diego FC. So I wasn't really able to watch the games. I watched the highlights, but also really didn't want to interrupt the time that I was spending with a lot of my cousins, a lot of my family out in Croatia who I don't get to see all the time. So it was a really difficult decision to not shoot while I was out there, but I think it was the best decision. And San Diego FC, they've been on a run. They've been looking good. Obviously, this last game, which I was actually able to go to because I just got in this past Thursday, was a bad loss. I was about to say horrible, but it wasn't horrible, but it was a bad loss. It was a game that I really felt like we shouldn't have lost, and at absolute minimum should have tied. But that is soccer. And also when you go on a run that we went on, beating all those, great teams, you're kind of bound for a letdown game, and that felt like a letdown game. But I had an absolute blast. I got to do, tailgating. I was there with, tons of my friends who I hadn't seen in 3 weeks. So it was absolutely phenomenal, other than the result. But, this is Mike Gio, and I'm with the Penalty Kick Podcast. And I really wanted to get on here. Again, really not going to do an analysis because I have an announcement. And it might not be the greatest announcement, but it is the right announcement. I will no longer be doing the Penalty Kick Podcast. I have enjoyed the heck out of doing these things. Speaking about soccer, connecting. I think that was the best part for me. It wasn't these videos. It wasn't none of that. It was connecting with people and talking about soccer, talking with, my good friends, Philippe, Don, Juan, Ricardo, Chris, on there, and SoCal Footy. I'm sorry I don't know your name, but those are the best for me. The best thing about this, but I came to realize something in Croatia. This podcast has taken a lot of my time away from my family. It's taken a lot of time away from my free time on the weekends. This is obviously my podcast is more so just a passion project than it is anything that I care to make money off of. And so, I wanted to just, let y'all know and, bow out and say, hey, this has been fun. Hopefully, y'all can, follow some good people. I really like Tony Perez out there, San Diego Football. I think he brings great news and analysis. The one thing I hope to see a little bit more of in the podcasting, at least for San Diego Seas, people with personality, people with a little bit more energy. I think we have too many individuals that are quite a little bit too calm. Soccer is a passion sport. It's a sport where you yell, you scream, and I hope we get more of that and get a little bit more excitement about the game of soccer out there. So, that's what I hope to see. And if you have not done so already, and you're looking for actual in-depth analysis, none of this surface level stuff, please follow SDFC Nation. My homie is running that page, the creator of that page, former SDSU soccer player Dimitri. Big shout out. Hope you're doing well. Hope you continue getting that shine. He's been getting tons of shine. He been getting radio spots and things like that. Please go follow Dimitri. Actual in-depth analysis about San Diego FC. I'm still going to continue to follow that, but I will have to be ending this show. I'm not that into the MLS. MLS is not my thing. I just heard Ibrahimovic come out and talk about Messi when he played in the Club World Cup. And he was talking about, Messi's playing with statues a lot of the time. And, I hope MLS continues to get better. I've been loving what SDFC has been doing, and obviously it's been showing in the results. They've been playing some really good soccer. So I'm going to continue to watch these games. Also, if there is anybody who wants to reach out to me during the games, I'm at all the games. I'm a season ticket holder. If you want to just talk soccer, screw the podcast, all that stuff, just talk soccer. If you want to talk soccer with me, please reach out to me. Go to my personal page, my personal Instagram page, because I really don't do anything on Instagram with Penalty Kick Podcast or none of that. I'm really sorry. Just not my thing. But you can follow me at MGMARKULIN. That is MGMARKULIN on Instagram. That's really all I use. I'm not big on social media. It's not my thing. I just really like enjoying life. I really like enjoying the games, and I really like talking soccer. So if that's what you like to do, please don't hesitate to shoot me a follow. Love to continue to talk soccer, especially San Diego FC, because I'm going to be at all the games. I'm going to be rooting for San Diego FC. And to everyone who has reached out, everyone who I've talked to, everyone who's left a comment, it was freaking awesome. It was so fun to do this. And, I'm really sorry to bow out, but it is what is best for me, my life. I take way too many vacations. I'm going to be gone for another 2 weeks in the Bay Area. So my travel schedule, being with my family, helping out my family just opened up a restaurant. So if you have time, go to Jack's Woodside Grill over near San Juan Capistrano, Rancho Mission Viejo area. Best breakfast, hands down. And I want to help with that. I want to see my peoples a lot more than I've been seeing my peoples. I want to travel a lot more than I've been traveling. So I just want to say thank y'all for everything. Shout out to everyone who's been there with me since day one, riding since day one. It was absolutely fun. And this definitely ain't going to be my last endeavor. It's just not the right one for me. All right. This is Mike Gio with the last episode of the Penalty Kick Podcast. Shout out to all y'all. Love all y'all. Let's go SDFC.